They should have been back by now. Captain Alhana said they'd meet us here after an evening of prayer, right? Should have been back by now. Captain Alhana said they'd meet us here after an evening of prayer, right?
That's what she said, but I don't see them. Maybe what the traveling merchant said is true.
Where did you come from? How did you find me? Never mind. That's not important. The sigil. You have to find the sigil. The sigil represents our bond. The forest and my clan. We have an understanding. We take wood, we build. But as we do, we honor the forest, and the spirit of the forest protects us. My sister took it. She was going to hide it, keep it safe. But I don't think she made it very far. Eowyn fled south, through the mountain pass. Find her, save the sigil, and our accord. Please, if the Stormfists find the sigil, they could undo generations of goodwill. My clan has always been at one with the forest. We worship Kain in her most primal form, taking only what we need and preaching to those that would work in the deep woods. The forest provides its bounty and protects us. The sigil is the symbol of a bond between blood and roots, heartwood and heart. We've always kept it safe, until today. The Stormfist happened. The savages. They cut their way through our ranks, screaming about the Orthane. I've no idea. We're a peaceful group. We commune with Kain as guardian of the deep woods. We have no interest in who holds the throne in Windhelm. I have a daughter. She left the clan years ago to find her fortune in the city. I told Eowyn to get the sigil to her. So many dead. If anyone will continue our tradition, it will have to be her. Our clan was isolated. We cared more for the turn of the seasons than the fashions of the big cities. My Iran wanted more than what Kain could offer. So she left.
They should have been back by now. Captain Alhana said they... Are you heading to the shrine? The shrine to the goddess Kain. We come here to pray and ask for her blessing before battle. The rest of our brigade went to visit the shrine yesterday. They haven't returned yet, and I'm worried about them. Well, no. Not after that traveling merchant came by and told us that terrible story. He said dark witches had killed the keepers of the shrine. The place has been overrun. I can match steel with any soldier, but how do you battle a witch's hex? Kain bless you, stranger. Captain Alhana commands the brigade. She's an excellent leader and a terror with a blade, but they should have been back by now. Kain is the warrior goddess, the mother of the Nord people. She watches over us and protects us. She blesses our weapons and armor before we enter battle. I wouldn't expect you to understand. Haven't you heard? The seeds of war have been planted in Eastmarch. Most of our fellow Nords are already on the battlefield. If we had the numbers, we'd march right in and take back the shrine. But as you can see, it's just Ilolda and me. Soldiers often visit the shrine before going into battle. How else would we receive Kain's blessing? The keepers provide shelter, allowing pilgrims to pray for a day and a night. But Alhana and the others have been gone longer than that. I don't think so. Captain Alhana is a stickler for schedules and protocols. But ever since that traveling merchant told us tales of witches and corruption at the shrine, we've been too frightened to go and check on them.
I thought the tale the traveling merchant told us was just a story. But with all the chaos, it's hard to know what to believe anymore. Well, he said that evil witches sacrificed the keepers at the shrine. Used some unholy ritual to turn them inside out! Damn them for cursing our shrine and our goddess! We won't stand for it! But we don't want our insides on the outside either. Oh, don't get so high and mighty with me. We're just simple soldiers. If these evil witches could corrupt Kyne and her shrine, what chance would we have against them? Absolutely none, that's what. Coming! Go away, witch! You won't curse anymore, my soldiers! If you don't leave, you'll taste my blade! Krollold? Really? How do I know you didn't bewitch him, just like the others? That's the most rational thing I... My apologies. But these are dangerous times. I watched my soldiers turn into mindless slaves. I had to make sure that your will was still your own. Our brigade came to the shrine to pray. That's when they fell upon us. Daedric witches! They bewitched most of my soldiers. We four are all that remains, and Droy is burning with an unnatural fever. I fear he won't last much longer. He was cursed by the witches. The fever burns away all that he is. Soon he'll be a mindless slave, just like the others. The Keepers could heal him, but we haven't seen a Keeper since we arrived. It's likely the witches killed or cursed them. Of course, they could be barricaded away, just like we are, waiting for help to arrive. Droy mentioned something about them before the fever took him, but we've had other things to deal with. Explore the shrine. The witches there might have a clue. There's also a locked dresser by the bed. One of the bewitched soldiers might have a key. I'd love to know what they've locked in there. Before the fever took Droy, he mentioned the witch by the lake. He said she didn't attack him. Find this witch. If she's really willing to talk to you, she might have something useful to say.
A fever curse grips poor Droy. If we don't cure him soon, I fear he'll become one of the bewitched. Droy was sent to the shrine ahead of the brigade to let the Keepers know we were coming and give them time to prepare. When we arrived, we found Droy like this, burning with fever. I've been trying to care for him, but nothing seems to help. There's one thing I haven't tried yet. There's a flower that's been known to cure a fever. It's called Kyne's Breath. It grows around the runestones that decorate the grove. A handful may help save Droy's life. Can you get some for me?
Go away, and leave me to my drink.
Why do you approach me? Do you want to end up like the rest of the bewitched? Or perhaps you believe Kyne will protect you? You search in vain then, for the Keepers are lost. Kyne no longer lights their way. Why should the Keepers maintain the shrine of a god who ignores their prayers? Kyne blesses the Nords before battle, but Nords die every day. We lose sons and daughters in these stupid wars, and what does mighty Kyne do? Absolutely nothing. We refuse to worship a god who ignores us and lets our children die. Think about it. You'll figure it out soon enough. Now leave this place and take everyone barricaded in that building with you. The Keepers don't need to be rescued, and this grove belongs to us now. Go.
I smell fresh Kyne's breath. It reminds me when I was a little girl, running through the fields in spring. I miss those simpler days. Oh yes, this is more than enough. The flower is very potent, thank you. With these, I should be able to reduce Droy's fever. Droy's fate is in Kyne's hands, but his chances are better now. I'll continue to watch over him until he wakes up. Since he was here before us, it's possible that Droy knows what happened to the Keepers. We need to find out what he saw. Let Droy rest. I'll watch over him until the Kyne's breath does its work.
Was your search successful? Ah, I know this book. Many nodes carry similar hymns written to our goddess. It's strange that a Daedric witch would take this from a keeper. Perhaps it's part of their spell. Maybe they use a victim's property to maintain control. It sounds like the witches attacked before we arrived. I wonder if the keepers were already cursed when this was written. That would explain why they were acting strangely. A hymn book? A journal? And now a witch? I have my suspicions, but there must be more to it. This can't be what I think it is. Investigate the building where the head keeper worked. Last time I checked, it was locked. If you can enter the house, you might find something that will make sense of this situation. haven't climbed through a window since I was a young girl. They've gotten smaller. I should have checked the window. Nords tend to break things, not sneak through them. What? No, that can't be right. Even though I suspected... No. There must be some mistake. To go against everything they believe in, everything they were taught? Why would the Keepers do such a thing? The Keepers teach us it is an honor to die defending our homeland. That's what they preach. Forsaking the teachings of kind dishonors us all. You only have 2 things left to do. 1, find Keeper Ormi. 2, put a blade in her dark heart. If that doesn't end the curse, at least it will make damn certain no one else gets bewitched. Strange lights and sounds have been coming from the shrine at the center of the grove. It's not normal. That's probably where you'll find the fallen Keeper. Whatever Ormi uses to channel these dark powers, it's corrupting the serenity of the grove. You can't reason with Daedric witches! We've all suffered losses, but they took my soldiers and turned them into mindless slaves! I can't forgive her for that. They need to die! Every last one of them! What's wrong with me? I feel like I'm being torn apart! You don't feel the pain that I have suffered. Kain has forsaken us. She let our children die. Now we'll take her children as our own.
It wasn't Joy we had to worry about. Gain was under the witch's control the entire time. I just thought he was drunk and moody. Once the captain left, he attacked me. I put a knife in the big oaf's neck, but not before he unlocked the door. The witches swarmed inside. I had to leave Troy there so I could warn you. Where's the captain? Then it's over. I'm the only one left. It's kind of funny. We came for a blessing, but we were defeated before we got to the war. Why did the Keepers turn against us? Wait, Keeper Ormi? By Kain, she thinks her sons are dead. I knew her sons. I served with them. Sahun survived. She doesn't know? No one told her? She killed and cursed my brigade, and you want to save her? Fine. I'm in no shape to argue with you. Sahun spends time drinking in Windhelm at the Cold Moon Inn. Helps him forget, he says. Go drag him back here if you think it will help.
Come on, help us out here. We have deadlines to meet.
I don't feel so well.
I'll be at this a while.
If you're looking for a hired blade, who wants to know? I'd rather have her think that than know the truth. I'm a disgrace to my people, and to Kain. My brother, my ship, my entire fleet. They died right in front of me. And what did I do? Nothing.
Stupid contest today.
No. My mother is the head keeper at Kain's Grove. She'd never turn against Kain and her people. She should honor my brother's memory, not disgrace it. Can I get a medal?
No, I can't. If what you say is true, then it's already too late for my mother. Do what you must to save those people, but I can't face what she's become. I was a good soldier once. I was a faithful follower of Kain. Leave her alone! Oh, Mother! What have you done?
My son, you're alive. I thought I lost you.
Why would you do this to yourself, Mother? To all these people? Listen, Traveler. I know she did horrible things, but she's still my mother. Kain must forgive her. The goddess never gives up on her people. No, I won't give up on her or Kain. I lost faith in myself the day I lost my brother. But I never lost faith in my god. Kain teaches us to fight for what we believe in. And that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm fighting for my mother. Pray for forgiveness. Kain, hear my prayers! My mother turned away from you, but she was wrong. She acted as she did because of her grief. She devoted her life to you. If you restore her, I'll return to the war. I'll take up my weapon to fight for your honor and our people once more. Please, Goddess. I lost my brother and my father. Don't take my mother from me as well.
Kain's cleansed me. She's forgiven me for everything I've done. How could I have been so foolish? I hurt so many people during my crisis of faith. I won't. Kyne has shown me the way again. Without your intervention, I would have continued to rain horror upon my people. Thanks to you, I can make amends. These soldiers will be cared for until they are fully healed. No, the soldiers still live. They were to become members of our Daedric coven, but I won't let that happen. Not now. Your friends are back at the Keeper's house, safe and well cared for. They're still under the spell of Daedric influence. I'll work on freeing them, but it will take some time. Do not fear. I'll make sure you receive safe passage through the grove. I am their leader, after all.
I was a fool to turn your help down when you asked for it. By Kyne, I was an even bigger fool to turn my back on my family when they needed me the most. I'll not lose sight of what matters again.
I don't know what you did, but my soldiers and I are alive. Thanks. So did I. The last thing I remember was a terrible pain. I woke up in here, next to Droy. One of the witches was tending to my wounds. I'm still not sure what is going on. That's wonderful news! And we're still all alive! This isn't how I expected this to end, but I can't argue with the results. We'll head back to Windhelm and rest before marching to join the rest of the army. Take this. It was a charm to bring me luck in the war. Thanks to you, my luck has been pretty good. I want you to have it. We'll return to Windhelm as soon as Droy and, well, all of us have recovered. When we see you in the city, we'll buy you a drink.
What happened? Oh, my neck is killing me and I feel like I drank an entire barrel of mead.
Kyne sent us a miracle, my friend. When some of the witches showed up here, I thought we were finished. Then they started tending to our wounds. They left without saying a word. I'm so confused.
Fresgil says you're the one who helped me. Thank you. I'm not really sure what happened, but I think I've had enough rest and relaxation.
Old Huring's been spreading tales of how you defeated Milana. Very impressive. Hey there. I'm just preparing some oats for the horses. You need anything, you should talk to Afnia. He'll set you right. Yes? Something I can do for you? What? My mother, my aunt, dead. They were such boring, simple people. They would never have hurt. Why? The sigil. I have to go. I have to find it. It was so important to her. We haven't spoken in years. As much as I would wish otherwise, I know what I have to do. Thank you. My mother is smiling in Sovngarde today. My mother said I would bear the sigil one day. That's why I left. I guess it's true what they say, though. You can't escape your destiny.
My poor Inga. I've got to get the meadery open again. I made a promise. This is Voljar's meadery. Makes the sweetest mead you'll ever taste. At least it did. Then the Orc Thane sent his Stormfist thugs. He demanded free mead for his troops. Their brute of a leader got carried away. He killed the Voljar family. More than you know. They killed my wife Inga. She was Old Man Voljar's daughter. I planned to reopen the meadery. My brothers came to help. We need to get rid of the Stormfists and gather the ingredients Rorald needs to start fermenting mead again. I'm a farmer, not a fighter, and the place is still crawling with Stormfists. Could you go to the meadery and make sure it's safe? Once inside, grab the recipe book and some fragrant herbs and rare spices. Then Rorald can start making mead again. My wife loved this place. It's been in her family for generations. I want to keep the tradition going to honor her memory. My 4 brothers came to help. I'm grateful, but they aren't always as useful as I'd like them to be. No other name would fit. Mugs of Voljar's mead have been raised to seal bargains, toast brave Nords, and end challenges for hundreds of years. We plan to continue that tradition. No, Inga and I live near Solitude. She came to visit to help her parents prepare orders for the Konenlaika. She wrote to me and said there was trouble. By the time I got here, it was too late. We followed you, and Iraldar dealt with the remaining Stormfists before heading back out. The meadery is completely secure now. Rorald is already at work downstairs. We want to start filling orders as quickly as we can. Thank you. This has been difficult, but I'm grateful. Rorald muttered something about honey and giants. If you're up to it, I'm sure he could use your help to get his first batch of mead started. As soon as we're up and running, you can have all the mead you can drink. Oh, by the way, have you met my twin brother Iraldar yet? Iraldar's outside somewhere. He hates losing, and I know he wants a crack at the orc bastard that killed my Inga. If you see Iraldar, make sure he isn't in over his head. Fen should be along shortly. I just wish I knew where Bjorld was.
The bees are too agitated. They must be calmed to produce the most flavorful honey. The Stormfist ruffians chased a giant across the road, right into my beehives. It's scaring the bees, and frightened bees make bitter honey. You need to get rid of that giant before anything else goes wrong. Wait, it's coming. Another one of my brilliant ideas. There! And that is why Haralda made me the master mead maker. Use the bees against the giant. Just kick a beehive. The bees will go after the biggest target out there, the giant! Well, it was just an idea. And a rather good one, too. Oh, I know. Let me splash you with this. It smells like smoke and ashes. The bees hate it. Now you shouldn't have any bee problems.